began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way, it's too late to say goodnight. So good morning, we've talked the whole night through. Good morning to you.
Good morning, we've gabbed the whole night through. Good morning to you.
Nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana.
Would you peeps mind if I changed my lens real quick? Last month, I thought 10 to 18 was a little bit too wide. Anyway, rise and shine real lights, and today we are back with another video. Today, we are going— oh wow, that is really zoomed in. The day has finally come because today we're going to be talking about 6 months on estrogen. Welcome to today's episode. Seriously, there's a plane. Now, today's episode is a special episode because today I am celebrating 6 months on estrogen. Are we ready to talk about the changes that I've noticed in the last 6 months? I think we are. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the things that I've noticed over the last 6 months. What I did notice from starting estrogen is the fact that I got a lot more spots than I did before I was on estrogen. But as well as getting more spots, I also noticed that I was getting more of something else. And of course, that was muscle. But along with getting a bit more muscle, I also, hey there. Well, hello. I've got boobacles. But sadly, I also, I put on a little bit of weight. I'm sorry. I was a size 12 about 2 years ago, and in that time I have grown like a foot. But I don't know if that makes up for the fact that I am now like a size 14. Is that one size or is that 2? But to make up for getting a little bit pudgy, just a little bit more pudgy, my hair also grew quite a lot more than it did before I was on estrogen. But along with my hair growing a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, just a little bit, my skin, oh, how soft you are. Oh, it's so soft. Do you see this? Oh, it's so soft. I love how soft it was. It was soft before, but like it's softer. But also to do with skin, well, my skin started to smell a little bit bad because of body odor or BO, whichever one you want to call it. Body odor became a thing for me. Just take a look at this. Humor me with this. All of the stuff down here is to do with body odor sorting out. And at the moment, I am rocking this stuff. This is a really good thing, by the way, peeps. I recommend this. But something else that I had to quickly adjust to was hot flushes. Oh my gosh. If you're not on estrogen yet, I warn you, hot flushes will be the bane, the absolute bane of your life. But along with the whole idea of body odor and hot flushes, I sweat a lot more than I did before I started estrogen. Like, it's bad. And with my favourite metaphor in the entire world, I smell like a sweaty donkey. It's really bad. But the final physical change that I noticed in the last 6 months was my face. It's puffy, which is feminine. I like it, kind of. It's something that I had to get used to really quick. Now, if you are new around here, I like to add my little twist to the sort of episodes that I make. And that little twist that I make is to talk about the emotional changes separately than the main physical changes, because I do honestly feel that the emotional changes is something that needs to be talked about more on YouTube. So if you are new here, I will talk about the emotional changes that I've experienced in the last 6 months, and then I'll get onto the things that I've noticed and not noticed in the last month. I really hope that makes sense. Now, mood swings was something that I was heavily expecting, and yeah, that is the main thing that I'm experiencing. My mood can go from whoop to whoop within like 5 seconds. It really is that bad. But with that being said, my confidence grew dramatically within the first 2 months, And now I'm quite happy with myself. I also developed this appreciation towards things, but at the same time, I feel more judged. Like, I feel people judging me more. But within the last 6 months, I've been very stressed and very sleepy, and a little bit dizzy and grumpy at times. But the one thing that has been a constant thing, well, that's been my energy. I started estrogen, and my energy went... Like as in if it went up, not as if I stopped. My roof is like right here. But the final thing that really has affected me to do with emotional things, well, that's crying pretty much about everything. I even cry when thinking about Care Bears. You know, the cute little things which are like bears with the little animation on their belly? I think of those and I can cry. Now, like I've already said, we're moving on swiftly to the things that I didn't notice. Everything that I've listed up to this point in the video has been everything that I've noticed in the last 6 months, whereas now it's about the things that I've noticed in the last months. Do I make sense? I hope so. Now, in the last months, I didn't notice as many hot flushes as I did in month number 5. I did still get a little amount of them. If you're not aware, cool, like when I go like this, that's something that I've developed from being with Luke. I spend so much time with him, it's unbelievable. If you're not sure who Luke is, Luke's my partner. Yeah, we do stuff. That sounds really dodgy. I did not, we talk, that, I'm going. And my body odour for this month has been a lot less than it also was in month number 5. It's kind of as if I'm now at that point where it's like all sturdy and level now. And it's like, does that make sense? Because I kind of think it does. But as well as all of that, my weight gain has been the same. I have not put on any weight within the last 30 days. Yes! If anything, I've actually lost weight, like, yay! But sadly, I didn't notice much hair growth. Hair grows, but it wasn't as fast as it was in, like, month number 5. And I also haven't noticed any change in my voice this month. I cry every Tim. And for the people out there, I do understand that estrogen doesn't change your voice, but I'm just saying I didn't notice any change. And I also kind of noticed that my facial hair, well, it's pretty much stopped. I didn't have any, if you know me, but I think it stopped. So yeah, I didn't notice any change with facial hair. And the final physical change that I did not notice anything change about is spots. I am still as less spotty as I was last month. I think my acne's slowly going to go. You peeps do not understand how happy I am not to have any spots. It means so much to me. But it's now time for the part that you all have been waiting for. And of course, that is to do with the physical changes that I have noticed in month number 6. Are you ready? I hope so. I'm sorry I've dragged it out till this point. I am sorry. I'm going to drag it out a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I really should stop that. It's time to talk about boobs. Now, if you are new to the channel, you probably didn't know that I've been on half a patch of estrogen twice a week. Half a patch on Wednesday and the other half on a Saturday. But that all changed about 3 weeks ago. I am now on one whole patch on a Wednesday and one whole patch on a Saturday. And because of that, boobs, growth, pains, they have been the main thing that this month have brought to my attention. Without getting too sexualized, I can't even tap it like that without it hurting. It really hurts. Laying on my tummy is no longer an option. But being strong and pushing out the pain from my life, something else has become strong. I have, because I now have muscle growth. I'm growing muscle. Mummy and Daddy, are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. So let's push away all of that stuff and let's talk about the final physical change that I have noticed this month. And of course, it's to do with this. My face is puffy and it's getting more feminine and I'm like, yee. But I guess now it's time to talk about the emotional changes that I have noticed within the last month. Personally, I thought there was going to be a little bit more than there was, but we're going to jumpstart this section with being grumpy. According to Luke, I've been quite grumpy. I'm sorry, Luke. Estrogen, that's my, I'm hormonal. As well as that, I have also been very, very sleepy. Like, I feel drained. It could be the fact that I am moving house within the next 7 days. I don't really know though. And I also have been feeling very, very stressed, and again, it could be because I am moving house. Literally in like 7 days. And as well as that, I have been feeling very, very icky. That's something that I get when I'm really stressed, and that's probably because I'm moving house. But it's something that I've noticed. So that is pretty much it for month number 6. But before I say farewell in this video, I want to do a little audio test, of which I did also when I was on 1 month of estrogen. Roll the voice clip. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill. It is now 6 months later, and it's time to do a little audio test. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill. But on that note, it is sadly time to say goodbye. So thank you so much for watching, and remember as always to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you peeps in the next video. I think I'm going to be in the new place the next video that you peeps see. I don't know if I'm going to be making videos from now till I've moved. I don't know. So if this is the first time that you've seen my face on your screens, I would advise to subscribe, because this is going within the next 7 days. But do you know what the saddest time of day is? Of course you do. It's when I have to say goodbye to you peeps. So from me, it is a goodbye.